It's just like I don't have anything ready.
Take your
Just not
time.
even close. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you? You
So
just need everything ready.
yeah, no. So hey
Those are
guys,
two different things for him.
and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode number 54. Yeah. Again, I don't like. Do I go in and do like a recap? What do I do here? My whole
Maybe
group's
a
been
little
thrown
bit
off,
since we're
It has been 2
scattered.
weeks, and we are
scattered.
scattered.
So here's what we'll do.
Perhaps you will put out an announcement that if anybody's watching, please pay attention for signs of me dying, because that may happen today.
Good time
Oh,
to
well,
redeem
you know.
your rolls.
We'll see how things go.
Yes, I should have created like a spam account that just for rerolls.
All right. So I didn't have a recap ready, but here we go. The team has just recently completed the Trial of Elements, or so it was called by the Summer Soldiers who sent them to complete this quest. Everyone's able to do it once, and it's never been completed until now, when the team, after a conversation with a primordial being known as Zephyros, claimed Zephyros as a fracture, but were sent to 4 different locations throughout Selindor against their will. So starting with each individual as we go, we will recap them individually to make things a little bit easier for everybody as we get to them. So, I think the last thing we did when we left off was Seti and Mitnir. You find yourselves traveling at a not very rushed speed, considering the fact that you were just liberated from a prison by a creature that is both snotty and gurgly in the worst possible way. It sounds like he's choking on the very air that he uses to speak to you. A creature that goes by the married Garblot the Crimson Dawn, wearing lavish apparel and surrounded by pillows within his little glass vehicle that you guys are still not quite familiar with. The city lights of Coral Weave are happening all about you as you move at a gentle pace. And he speaks to you. Let's get down to business, shall we? So, you hear as he... And at that moment, from the side, through the glass, you see a sort of translucent, opalescent woman make her way into the vehicle and sort of slide in next to him. You can see that her body is moving around in a completely liquid fashion. As he turns, he says, Ushidin, please, give them the lowdown. You see he reaches for a hose in the middle of this vehicle where there is a small standing hookah-like device that he begins to puff on. As you wish, Goblet, sir. You have interested His Eminence the Crimson Dawn in the sense that you have successfully visited the cauldron of Ager during low tide. His first request is that you explain to him in detail how you have come to accomplish this feat when you are not a member of the Sea-Sworn. And with what interest they have in you and why you were taken in.
Well, to be completely honest, it seems to me like we have something of value that could be a really good business arrangement between us. But you have interrupted my beauty sleep, and it has been a very long day. So why don't we continue this conversation after...
Beauty sleep in your prison cell?
Yes, it was quite comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that you need a competence below? Hmm?
I would
The
like some
pillows were very
accommodations
comfortable.
with those pillows. Yes, they are very comfortable. To finish my night's rest, and then we can talk in the morning over breakfast.
Very well. Ushrin. Yes, Lord Don. We will escort you there post haste. You are fine resting within the Red District quarters that we may provide.
I'm not familiar with these quarters, but we can certainly take a look.
Make a persuasion check with your absolute confidence you're seeming to.
When did City get so posh?
21.
21. We'll put them in the final quarters. So with that, you guys have a silent and awkward ride where he sits there puffing.
As we're getting
sort
really,
of-
I'm like, Mitnir, carry the pillows.
Scoops
And
up the
you
pillows, kind of like, wait a minute.
During this time, we're going to switch off you as you head towards the Crimson Dawn's territory within Coral Weave. Decided you will not discuss in this vehicle. We will turn our attention to a small Aarakocra that currently, in a panicked void, the wind howling from all directions, has just entered combat with Zephyros, the first breath, the primordial being of air. So, with that, I'm going to open a different one, and it's very simple. You don't have to be confused by the layout, because you're just in a void with a giant floating primordial.
I mean, it would help if I actually opened Roll20.
It would, yeah.
It would also help if I didn't have a cat in the way of my keyboard and my mouse. But here we are.
I don't know why, but I forgot to open my encounters because I wasn't prepared yet. It's okay. I think it's this one. This one's the most recent. No, that one's the most recent. Oh no, that was last year. I lied. That was 2020. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, so roll initiative.
Boy, okay. Whoop. That's a 22.
Wow, I just rolled a natural 20.
I hate you. I rolled a 19. I hate you.
Which brings our total to I don't know what the initiative bonus is. Do they get a bonus on top of dex?
It's only 20, and I beat you because I get a 22.
No.
Ha!
It's just Dex bonus.
It's just dex?
Yep.
Then it's 22 as well. So do you have what's your dexterity? What's your dexterity?
Rollies.
Plus 3.
Your dexterity's +3. You go first.
Yeah. That was so close. Oh god. Feeling fucking tutored me last night, and I'm not ready.
Told you to make notes.
No, I remember. I panic because it's like I'm taking a test and I don't even know like what's the test on. Like,
You just have to survive the test. That's it.
I am going to straight up polymorph into my big 8-boy.
Okay. Polymorphing into your big 8-boy into this void.
Wait, hold on. Does this void like have ground? That's
You have not felt any ground whatsoever.
Never mind.
But you also don't feel yourself having to fly. So as you become a giant ape within this space,
You didn't even like No, I'm gonna die.
You're just floating. You're fine.
I'm doing what Bielan told me to do. If I
Flap the
die,
arms.
it's
Flap
okay.
the arms.
okay. So you find yourself floating there within the space. This is a polymorph, or is this a polymorph? Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was your action to cast the spell. So you can move if you would like, but you move based on the intelligence that you have. Which polymorph I have rolled, you use the intelligence of the creature. So,
I'm pulling it up.
because it's not your wild shape, it is a spell that changes your
Mhm.
physicality into another thing.
Says on the spell anyway.
So your intelligence is that of the giant ape. Using those stats,
That's-
what is your intelligence modifier?
Mine are the 8.
The eight's
The
intelligence
8's
modifier.
-2.
-2. Okay, so you can move in this space, but you can only move 10 feet at a time. As you see, this ape starts floating and turning over and begins willing itself forward if you wish, but note that you can only move a little bit at a time. So using that...
Well, the good thing is I have a ranged attack, and I have my double fist, which has 10-foot range. So
you can't attack this turn anyways, so it's up to you.
Yes, but if I go 10 feet forward, that's about halfway, and then I could get them next time.
Yeah, so you can do about that. All right.
Assuming they don't move.
Swimming ape.
So you just go... As you get closer and closer, get angrier, growl your face, and he goes, interesting. And Zephyros will, on their turn... Ooh, what do we want to do?
Sit and watch is what you would like to do.
I think it's going to just create a little whirlwind, huh?
I don't like that. I don't like that. Look at how giddy
Make me
he
a
fucking
strength
looks right now.
saving throw.
That is now. I don't really know how to do a saving throw at that 8. But they have a +6, and that is. I hate life. Got a natural 2.
Natural 2. Okay, so as this. Wish I had a whirlwind. Can I just find a whirlwind real quick? Ooh. As a whirlwind picks up around you, I'm just gonna do this. As the whirlwind picks up around you, completely encompassing you, it begins spinning you in the air that goes and begins moving you at will throughout the area. And shifts you all the way over here. So as you begin spinning through the air, it just twists its little, like, almost unrecognizable hand and just begins twisting its finger in the air. A whirlwind gust whips around you, begins moving you about the area. You just begin to lose all sense of direction. That's what it does on its turn. It is your turn.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
My attack options are fist, which I cannot do because that's 10 range, or rock. Can I use a rock if there are no rock?
No.
Okay. I hate life. I can't do anything.
Another thing is, while you are in this, you are considered restrained. So you are currently floating around at the whims of this creature, and you are restrained.
Can I poop fling?
Can you what?
Can I throw poop?
You know what? I will have you make me... You can use your action to attempt to create poop this turn. Because I don't think you had any ready. I will say, make me a Constitution check.
We're not doing this.
Actually, make a nature check if you want to create
We're not
poop.
doing this.
You asked me, and so I was giving you options.
Look. Wanting to know and wanting to do it are not the same thing.
Okay,
Are
well
we
then...
sure for the ape it wouldn't be a strength check?
Well, you know, yeah, a strength
Reach in
check
there
would
and
be
grab
fine.
it.
I would say nature or athletics would be
Can
your
I
choice.
can I attempt to get out of this whirlwind and regain my?
You
senses?
certainly can. Go ahead and make me a strength saving throw.
I hate everything. That's a 6, so that is something around a 12.
You are still restrained.
I hate life. Okay, that's all I can do.
As the whirlwind is twisting you around, you will watch as, oh, poor creature, will sort of move itself forward into you, or rather, I think it's even better if it moves you to it, and will attack you. Just like you see, like these bits of rock that sort of make up its hands turn into blades as they crash towards you. That is... Ooh, that's low for the first attack. That is only a 13 to hit. What is...
It hits.
It does hit. Ooh, you gonna be in trouble. So, you are taking 10 points of slashing damage. And 1 point of lightning damage. Natural 1 does miss you. And then that is a 16 to hit. So that will also hit. That is 12 points of slashing damage and 4 points of lightning damage as it cuts through you with its 3 attacks. And then it is going to move you again away from itself.
And I don't get an attack of opportunity, do I?
No, because it's forcing your movement. I will say you can use reaction to attempt an attack of opportunity, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Sure.
Okay, so make your attack with disadvantage.
Uh, 17 plus. I don't understand like what I'm adding.
Plus 9.
Oh,
Oh yeah, your creature's attack rolls have disadvantage anyways. Oh, and this thing has advantage to hit you.
wait, what?
So I need to roll for the second attack again. Yep, okay. Forgot about the advantage to hit you. So that's actually an additional
Oh my God.
11 points of slashing damage and 6 points of lightning damage. But, yes, you can attack. You have a reaction to attack, but you do disadvantage. What did you roll for the attack?
I guess it's a 26.
26 with disadvantage. Holy shit, yeah, you hit.
Yep.
Okay.
3d10 plus 6.
Okay. What? Oh, there we go. That is a 21.
21 points of damage. It definitely seems to be less effective than you would have thought, but you do feel the contact hit. It seems to, like, as you collide into it, you just don't feel as much at the end of your fist as you would expect, considering this massive fist crashing into it. Just doesn't seem like there's very much resistance.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that, Bropsy, it is your turn.
Oh, I just have to get out of this fucking bullshit.
As you whirl around and this thing begins moving you further away, you go, and you just swing out with one massive hand and begin swirling away again, and you begin to get a little bit nauseous as your ape form begins swinging around in the void.
I rolled a 20 to get out.
You successfully break free of the whirlwind.
Thank God. How far away am I, though?
How far away are you from the whirlwind? Or
From him.
From him? Let's see here. You just use your measuring tool, I guess, which is 24 feet. So you are moved outside of the whirlwind. And so because you're actually moved outside of the whirlwind, I will say you're actually, you're only 15 feet. You could move into range.
Okay. I would then like to move into range. And then do my double fisties.
Yep, you can reach from there.
Okay.
Make your attack roll.
So, I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Well, you're definitely hitting.
Okay. So those are 3d10 plus 6 each.
Mhm.
So 6d10 plus 12 is 30 plus 12, 42.
Okay, again, seems to be less effective than you would have hoped. But you just hit it, man. Because you are a monkey. All right, and as this thing you hit twice again, you see that there's just a hand surrounded by air, just made out of solid rock, just holding your giant monkey fist in its place. And he goes, "Interesting indeed. But not too strong, are you?"
How dare you? That's the strongest thing I have.
And then as you continue flailing around as this ape, we're going to move over to another individual that is spinning in the air. Orin, having just recently attempted to save a section of the Summer Soldier's Respite that is being accosted by fire in all directions within the Summer Grove. A gust had come through, creating a giant vortex of fire, picking up as the air, caused by a scream from Ropsy, erupted into a massive tornado. However, as you went to attempt to deal with it with your ball and chain attacks, you found yourself sucked into the vortex of flames. However, holding on to the recent fraction that you collected from the Guardian within the Temple of, or the Trial of Elements, you notice that it seems to have created a fire erasing effect. So as you twisted through the tornado, you found that it was actually getting rid of the fire. But you are currently spinning and buffeting around inside this tornado, whipping around almost like a cartoon. What would you like to do?
Does it look like the tornado is diminishing because I'm in this thing now?
No, it doesn't seem to give a shit that you're in it.
Or the fire's going away, though.
Fire's going away, yes.
The tornado's still going.
Oh yeah, that tornado is just it gives zero shits, and it is still colliding, though not on fire, with the side of the building. So it's going to start doing damage to the building, and I would like you to decide what you would like to do.
If I'm spinning around and I come close to the building side, is the balcony that I was trying to get to like level with me or anything, or is it below me or above me?
It's all below you currently because you've been sucked up, and you would imagine at some point within the next few seconds, probably by the next round, you're going to get chucked off in a direction anyways, but it's going to be away from where you currently are.
Okay, so what I want to try to do is when I see that I'm approaching the building side, I want to use the telekinesis to shoot myself towards the balcony.
Okay, go ahead and make me a check for that, using your intelligence.
Just intelligence check?
You can also use Arcana if you would like to.
They're the same.
Yeah.
14.
14. I'm going to say yes. As you begin spinning around, you do jettison yourself out, but you are moving at a very high speed with the momentum of the tornado and the adjusted force for you using this ring of telekinesis. You are hurling at that building at an incredibly fast pace. Make me a dexterity saving throw as you collide with the side of the building.
17.
17, so half damage. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into the side of the building and slump down onto the floor. You said there's a balcony there, so I will say you do get on the balcony and you don't fall the additional.
Is this fall damage?
This is collision damage.
Okay.
You don't take the fall damage that you would have had falling off the side of the building down to the ground, but you do get the collision damage of smashing into the wall.
Okay, just checking. How much was it? 10?
10. So as you collide into it, you're able to, with your dexterity saving throw, grab onto the railing and find yourself on this balcony that is on one of the front-facing sections on the west side of the Summer's Respite. And there's a tornado colliding with the side of the building, not 30 feet away from you. You were launched pretty fast and pretty far, but within 30 feet, that tornado was still picking up and starting to pick up flames again and begin colliding with the side of the building.
Okay. So I made it.
Well, you're out of the tornado.
Well, I was trying to get to the balcony, right? So I made it.
and you're out of the balcony. What is the next action you would like to do? Now that you've exited, because this isn't exactly like combat based or anything like that, you see that the individual that said, "Save me some time." You see that he has his device, and as it begins to whir up, you see that he says, "Right then, let's go!" And as he holds onto it with like this small, sort of weird ethereal-looking hose begins to appear out of the side of it and begins spraying water in all directions. You see as on the ground level, he begins to wipe out a lot of the flames within the 30-foot radius of himself, but it seems that that's all he's able to do in that time frame. You see that they are all okay. The individuals that were standing there are surrounded safely by a wet zone.
Okay.
So the kid and the... Oh, gosh. What was her name? Oh, I don't even think you ever heard her name. The really badass, small
was it
barbarian.
Dwarf chickie or something?
She's a barbarian, and she's short of stature. But you do not know what her actual race would be.
Oh, okay. So I went up here because there was like someone up here or something, wasn't there?
You hear from inside the building. All right, let's actually move on to this. Because of that, because of the field. Okay, so you actually hear from down below. You hear, "Ow, ah, ha, ha, ho, 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 ho. Not good indeed." And you can hear down from below the voice that sounds very similar to Dandelion's, but for all you know, it might be the other one. Hard to tell from this distance. Appears to be below you, within the building where the tornado is colliding with it. So
I'll try to make my way to them.
Okay. As you begin to climb your way down, make me an athletics check. As you move through, you see that the inside of the building is on fire. As you're making your way across and down towards where the voice is coming from. And as you look down this sort of spiral staircase that you've taken on the opposite side several times to make your way up to the bridge part that extends out towards Poppy's office. You make your way down into the sort of tower section, and you can see that there's flaming logs up where you are and down below. There seems to be a section where a bunch of them have crashed. What was your athletics check?
17.
17. As you hit the edge of the walkway up top, you see as it begins to fall down off from below you where the singed area has become weakened, and you just hop back just in time not to fall. Or do you still have your wings out? You don't have your
No,
wings
they're
out.
gone. They only last
Okay.
a minute. They're gone.
Yes. So you watch as the wood begins to collapse out from underneath you and falls down below, and you can see that an individual that looks like Poppy, but with blonde hair instead, is being crushed currently by some rubble on that side of the building.
So there's... You said this was like a stairwell or something, and I could
Yeah.
like, drop
So
down?
you could drop down. It's a 30-foot drop.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my bladed chain thing,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna chuck the chain into the ceiling or something, and then I'm gonna drop down. It goes 30 feet, but I probably won't get all the way because I have to throw it higher.
Right.
But I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
use it to slow my fall. So I'll drop as far as it goes. It'll pluck out of the ceiling, but it'll pause me, and then I'll drop.
Acrobatics check for this one.
Sure. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. As you plunge, you just and jump. Like as you're falling, you sort of twist midair as the blade collides with the wood above. And as you fall, you begin to like untwist along the chain, slowing yourself. And then the final force as you hit just disconnects, and you watch falling ash and wood splinters all around you, sort of in a circle as you land like superhero pose style on the ground, the chain falling, and you catch the rest of it in your hand. It's a pretty fucking badass maneuver. if anybody was there to witness it. But looking down in front of you, you can see currently being crushed under a bit of burning wood is an individual in sort of like green fabric, sort of yelling out like, "Ow, not good. Hi, any hope, please?"
I'll move close to it to put the fire out with my orb.
Oh yeah,
or whatever's going
fucking
on there.
orb, and I forgot about that entirely. So as you walk towards it, just flames gone.
But I'm gonna casually walk up like I know I can just put this out with my presence.
Okay. As you walk forward, the flames do go out.
And then I will try and use telekinesis to move the rubble off of them.
What is the weight limit of telekinesis?
Let me check. Up to 1,000 pounds.
Okay. Yes, you are able to lift the log off with simple telekinesis. Go ahead and make me an intelligence check again, just for how well you do this.
How cool it looks.
Well, more about
15.
how deftly you do it. Well enough, you slowly release it, and as you do, she's like, really slowly. And you see that as she gestures over her leg that's currently being pinched, there begins to be sort of green flecking dust coming off of her hand towards her own leg. She says, "Okay, lift." And as you slowly lift it, you see that she is able to heal her leg as it does. There seems to have been a pressure situation that might have completely fucked her foot if you did it too fast and aggressively lifted. Word. So she's able to get her leg, and she reaches out towards you and sort of helps herself up. Doesn't feel like a very heavy individual. She goes, "Okay, thank you."
Yeah, no problem.
Looking forward, you see that there is, you could go back up the way you came, you could go out the front, but there's flames completely surrounding it, and you can see the howling wind beginning to take off. Ooh, and that's another action for the tornado. Ooh, okay. The side of the building is being ripped apart, and you can see the tornado is actually like colliding into the side of the building. And from the top down, you can see just like bits are just being ripped apart as it's curving its way across, and flames are spreading inside.
I'll just tell her, stay close to me, and we won't get hurt by the flames. And I will try and lead us out in a direction of flames and not tornado.
Okay,
because
so you can take out through the lower levels of the building itself, just heading straight across if you like. It would take you into the teleportation rooms that are connected to the wall.
That's fine, yep, we'll do that.
Nice. So taking your way through there, I'll say it doesn't take very long, but as you burst through, you can see the seed, the spire of the Summer Grove, the one you use to teleport through whenever you use your return crystals. And you can see that the flames are buffeting near it, but within the space itself, there was like a sort of dome of protection where just nothing is touching. So running through that area, you see yourself once again looking out onto the area, and you can see the group of individuals that you've been fighting this chaos with in the center of the area surrounded by water. And there's a moment where you're like, we got this. And then at that exact same time, the wind picks up once more. You see flames beginning to spread. As you hear coming over the wind, but like in a weird sort of bursting way. And you can see running down the street, completely on fire, is an entire stampede of mushroom people that are just completely alike going, "Fuck!" Just running through the streets, just on fire. And with that, the sounds of cries echoing from these mushroom folks down below into the Underdark of the area where you think for a moment, in the midst of the chaos of this fight that you are in, Grim, a disturbance has been sensed in the Force. And yet, there are much more important matters to deal with. So as we shift over down into the small ruin where a few children fighting a bullet and some sort of large dwarf-like creature with pale, pasty skin covered in a whole bunch of like heavy sacks, and a hammer in his hand. And I don't remember exactly where we stopped. I want to say it's the top of the order with Grim.
I think it's fine with me. Do you
so
have
we're
my
gonna start-
map?
Oh, did I not move the thing over to it? Oh, I didn't. Sorry. I thought I
Oh.
did, but I just moved myself over.
Okay. So that bullet is within 10 feet of me. Good to know.
It certainly is.
He's gonna have to die. Okay, so first things first is I'm not doing super hot, so we're gonna quaff a potion.
Okay, bonus action.
Yeah, it's my bonus action. Oop. What's that? 44 plus 4? Yeah.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Roll. It's not gonna be super great, but that's 12 hit points I didn't have before.
Okay.
Alright. Then action number 1 is that we're gonna cast Moonbeam on the bullet.
Okay.
Careful not to. Well, it's only 5 volts.
Constitution saving throw, I assume?
Yeah, it's wait. No, is it? Yeah, I think it's Constitution. Could be what, DC 16. Yeah, DC 16 con.
Yeah, he
At
rolled
third
a
level.
27.
Cool. Well, he takes half of 26 radiant damage.
So 13 points of radiant damage.
Yep.
He, as this light just piles down on top of him, you can see begins to scream and screech as the chars onto the exterior, seeming like this does not feel good. The bullet just stands there and is still up.
Still up. Okay. Then with my other action, since he's still up, just to be super safe, we're gonna whack at him with the shillelagh.
Okay.
It's an 18,
Just hits.
and that's 12 magical smushy damage.
Okay. As you reach out and this thing begins growling at you and just opens its big, like, toothy gullet, you just smack into the top of its skull, and you see it snap and crack, and it falls dead to the ground.
Whew, okay, that's one thing done. And then, I think that's it.
What
you do,
my dog?
The dog is dead. And then, yeah. And then I'll just kind of like try and stand between the guy and the kids.
Okay. Okay, so with that, it is Kobe's turn. Kobe, having seen this creature fall down, actually, nope. As doing this creature goes, he sees all this bright light, and he will just fire his Eldritch Blast into the side of the bullet, not being able to see anything else. Obviously, it does not do anything additional, but then he will attempt to hide back behind this rock.
Yeah, Kobe, that's what we want you to do.
Okay, so he feels pretty hidden to himself. You don't know. You heard some sounds as it crashed into the side of this bullet. Gabe, does he notice it's dead? He does. So he's going to go, okay. And he's going to run forward, and he's going to attempt to attack this large
Get him, Gabe.
creature. Oh, that's cocked. Oh, it's cocked right on a 14 and a nat 20. Wow. Oh, so he ends up instead with an 8.
Aww.
Yeah, it sucks. But
Poor
he rolls a 14 total against. Nope. He attacks into it, but ooh.
He has advantage if the guy's wearing armor.
The guy is wearing armor. That's a Still doesn't hit. As he swings through, it just collides against the shield. And as it begins to slip through the metal, he sees, and he forces it off and says, "Don't you fuck with me, you little weird kid." And then he lifts up his hammer like he's about to strike Gabe, and he does. Actually, it is his turn. So he's going to lift up his hammer. Ooh.
Let's hope he didn't learn from the last time.
Shit, I should have had that one happen, but he didn't do it. So he is going to attack. Since he can't really hurt the kid, he's going to attack you.
That's fine. Rather him attack me.
So that's going to be... that's going to be 15 to hit on the first one. Natural 20 for a 27 to hit.
Oh. Good thing I can't be crit.
You can't be crit?
Because I have adamantine breastplate.
Wow.
This is the first time in the entire campaign that it has been applicable. My adamantine has protected.
Okay, so that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
And 2 points of psychic damage.
Alright.
As he slams it into you. And then third attack is not going to hit. That is a 14. So he... And then one of the hammers, BAM! And as it slams into you, you feel like bones crack and snap underneath it.
And it's a constitution check or saving throw for concentration? Just check, right?
Concentration check is a constitution check, yeah. Or,
Right.
I believe.
what I mean, yeah.
Constitution saving throw, I think, actually.
Okay, so I got a 10, so I'm good either way.
Yeah, you're fine.
But yeah, just want to make sure that my moonbeam stayed up.
Yeah, it is Constitution saving throw, right, Bjorn?
For which one?
Concentration.
For concentration.
Yeah, Constitution
Okay.
save.
Well, then I got an 11.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
Okay, so that was its turn,
Oh, it's Chrissy. Then it must be, I assume.
and then it's going to be Chrissy's turn. So
Oh, as a
Chrissy-
reaction to him attacking me too, I'm gonna blow up another thing.
Okay.
I have him make a DC 16 con save that will definitely, you know.
That's a failure.
Oh, so 1, 2, 3, D6. That's 15 poison damage.
Hold up. He
She
has,
might be-
he has resilience to this. He gets to roll again. That is a success. But
Wait,
he
is
still takes-
it resistance?
he has a
the-
resilience that gives him advantage on this type of saving throw.
Oh, what a butt. Okay, so
Yeah.
then he just takes his half poison damage.
Yes. He's actually resistant to poison damage.
Well, then he
anyway.
takes a quarter of 15.
Yeah.
Fine,
so
it's
that-
still damage. He
It is
almost
still
died,
damage.
though. I mean, not died. He almost died in how many days? For 1d12 plus Constitution score hours.
Yeah, he'd have fucking died eventually.
I mean, he would have died, and then I would have more scores. But anyway, well, then one of these little guys is going to be. Oh, I can't move them right. Oh wait, I have to. Okay, so I don't know. Is it my turn again, or no? It's Chrissy's turn.
Chrissy's turn. Chrissy's going to go ahead and attack with a very cocked. That's a miss. It's just going
It's Chrissy.
to. Dink, dink, dink. Oh, actually, did we recharge that? We do. Actually, he's going to do something else instead, and the other guy's going to make a Constitution saving throw. Mind. That's a failure. So he's going to take full damage because he does not have
Get him.
resistance to this.
Get him, Chrissy.
That's actually going to be some big freaking damage. As you watch as a bunch of light pours out of it, you see that the crystals just begin to hum, and then like this sort of like beam shoots out of it. That
This
is
is a laser rock person.
yep, 16 points of radiant damage.
Get it, Chrissy.
Goes, "Ugh, Don't fuck with me, you enter little Burgess. That's gonna put us back at Grim.
Okay. We are gonna. Step 1, quaff another potion, because we're still low hit points. Where's the potion? So this will put me down to 1 potion. Oh, that's 5. There we go. So
You
that's-
actually have advantage on any attacks against him, by the way, because he is flanked by Chrissy.
So 15 healing, so I'm back up to 42. And then we're going to move the moonbeam onto him.
Okay, is that all creatures within it?
It's a 5-foot radius. It's a 5-foot square.
But will it pass through?
I mean,
We'll
if
have
it's if it would have passed through, I'll just take it the other direction. It doesn't say that it like I don't know the way. I'm not sure how it moves, but
You move it.
Yeah. So if it's currently like right here, you have to move it through an like a movable space, right?
all right. Well, then let's say we move here, and then it comes right through.
Okay.
I mean, which is still probably that's got to be flanking based on the only spot is still flanking with us. But yeah, so there. Now he gets to have him make his Constitution saving throw that he'll probably pass.
Where is his con save? Okay. Oh yeah, it's a success.
Yeah, so he takes half of 14 radiant damage. And then we will.
He takes half of what? He takes 7 points of radiant damage?
7 points of radiant damage, yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna whack him with a shillelagh. Where's my advantage? Oop. That's not advantage.
Wait,
Actually
if
roll
you,
it.
technically, if you move your moonbeam, you don't get to attack.
I'm hasted.
Oh.
I have 2.
Yeah. He
I don't
uses
fuck around.
He walks into most battles with a haste potion.
Gotcha. I didn't.
Yeah, that's what
why
I
he's-
bought.
that's why
5
he's-
haste potions.
That's why he's soloing this fight, is because he's fucking haste potioned out the ass. And
Yeah, I bought 5 haste potions before we went on that adventure because I was like, nope. So
pretty
so
nasty.
17 for my attack. I don't know. That probably misses him.
17 for your attack, he blocks it with a shield.
Well, shoot. Okay. Well, then have him make his other DC 16 con save.
Success.
Okay, so he does not take any necrotic damage. It's great to be a caster
I mean,
that like everything.
It's
is
a heck of a
Constitution.
fight, man. It's a heck of a fight. I'll tell you what. As he goes,
No, it's just funny because like everything I cast is a Constitution saving throw against him. Just fine. The only thing that's
Kobe-
reflex that I have, I can't cast it.
Kobe can't figure out what's going on, so he's gonna pop back out and shoot the corpse again.
Good job, Kobe.
So that I'm just rolling for him, trying to assess the situation, and he just pops out and fires off again. Gabe is going to make an attack. Still too low.
Go, Gabe, go.
But he does get advantage, correct?
Because he's a broken creature. They're
Nope,
so
he
strong.
fails on that, and then he will attempt his claw attack. Another fuck! Oh my god! Natural 2, natural 1, number 4, and natural 6.
Oh, poor Gabe.
As he goes, "Ah!" and begins scratching out. It just doesn't.
He's that OP because he's a lava child, and yet
And it just misses with everything.
the poor kid.
So as this thing just slams against you, just go, "Ugh. Stupid kid." I'm going to turn around, and he's going to throw one hammer attack at you.
And have him make another saving throw too for Moonbeam.
Okay, well, that's a 24 to hit you, by the way.
Okay.
Moonbeam saving throw.
That hits me.
Is 16, so that's a success, yeah?
Yeah, because it ties it, right?
Okay, so he just tied it then.
Yeah.
And then he's going to hammer attack you, which is going to be 2 of those, right? Ooh, 2 of those. Big boy.
9 radiant damage.
16 points of bludgeoning.
Nice.
And then that's going to be... Oh, I'm sorry. 20 points of bludgeoning. I forgot the +4. And then 9 points of psychic.
Sweet.
So that's his first attack on you. Second attack on you is a natural 1! And then his last attack is going to be thrown at Chrissy. Natural 20.
Oh, Chrissy, don't break.
Okay. So that's going to be a... Oh, this isn't good. Oh, Chrissy.
Die, Chrissy.
That's 4d10 bludgeoning. That's 10, 22, 26 points of bludgeoning damage. Psychic, 3. That's 29 points of damage.
Oh,
Second
die,
attack?
Chrissy.
He is at 1 HP.
No, Chrissy, no.
He is literally at 1 HP. Unless I'm missing something. No, he's not. He's not vulnerable to bludgeoning, so he's up at 1 HP.
Okay.
So as he cracks down with the hammer, you see Chrissy just and just like sort of like slides to the side, and it's just kind of like you hear like the crystal sort of like creaking and cracking, snapping against itself. You go. Chrissy is going to, I guess, do like a fucking final hurrah swing. It gets advantage. That's gonna hit, I think. It's 20? Yeah, it hits. Just hits. So that's 1d10. That's 2. 4 plus his radiant damage of a d4. 6 points. That's not nothing.
Yeah.
All right, and as he
But
strikes
we're
back
also gonna
against
have
it-
another. We're also gonna have another mushroom explode or spore explode too
Oh, okay.
for the reaction. Just in case.
That is a success again. Just
It's fine.
exactly
It's fine. It's
17,
just
but-
it's little bits of damage,
okay.
little tiny bits of damage that add up,
What's
and that's
the- That's how much?
3d6, but it's 7. Ah, so a fourth of 7
So
to
2,
I guess.
4, 2, 2. Yeah, no, 3, 1, 3, 1.
Oh, do we round down?
Yeah. So 1 point of damage. And as you strike into it, as this thing explodes, just goes. Y'all about to just make me so damn pissed. Let's end it, you little fucking interlopers. And as on that note, as he cusses, and we hear this cussing, gross, evil creature attacking children, echoing down into the underwhelm. If we can get a music change off of this very evil, aggro.
I can change
We
music,
put
I just
ourselves-
don't know what vibe I'm going for.
Chilling underwater, swimming our way over. Lazily, you find yourself entering into a district lower east side of Coral Reef. As you descend onto an area that seems to actually be comprised mostly of red coral, and you see that there are large domes connecting 2 different sections of city. One of which seems to be an actual arena that you can see from the outside, and a few surrounding bars and areas with it. And within the arena itself, you see that there is a hovering sphere within it. It looks like a fucking blitzball arena, with like an actual seating arena around like a floating sphere of water. The other area, the area you seem to actually be heading to, it looks like a massive section of just tightly interwoven buildings with red lights all over the place. As you guys begin descending into the area, he says, Well, gather your things. You don't want to be. So as you guys begin to collide into the area, I'm sure Mitnir grabs the pillows, and as you settle in towards the entrance, Mitnir, two large dragging pillows under each arm. Instead, just standing there poshly, you see he picks up this sort of weird bulbous glass hookah-like thing, and he just picks it up and carries it under one arm, and the pillows are immediately swept up to the side as you guys can enter in. You see as he begins moving away, he was in this sort of seated position before, but you see he doesn't have legs. Instead, he has swirling vortex of water that keeps him aloft. This strange fish-like creature, just covered in this sort of like robe. And you hear an individual to his left, what looks like upright fucking sea bass or something. Its head, it's like the fish from SpongeBob. Just like a fish head sticking out. And he's like, "Welcome back, Crimson Dawn." Says, yes. Sorry. Yes. It's good to see you, my friend. And used as well, Crimson Dawn, sir. Anything I can do for you today? Yes, bring the guest robot over here. I have a section of the red district. Something on God, I keep forgetting her name. Maybe because I just made it today, right before we started.
Ariel.
Ooh, something with a U. Something with a U.
Bubbles.
Ursula.
Ushadin. Says, Ushadin's working sector. And he looks you guys over. Give them service if they request. And you hear Ushadin behind also goes, "As you wish, Master Dawn." And she gives him a look, and he goes, "Go on then. I will meet you after your resting within my private quarters. So, please, enjoy yourselves. Dinner is on me. But remember, there are guards stationed outside of the room, so try to escape.
Of course.
As you are still, although honored guests. We don't know much about you, and we have much business to discuss."
Fair enough. We'll see you in the morning.
Indeed. If you'll follow me, my name is Tybalt.
Tybalt, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Seti, and this is Mitnir.
It's
Mitnir
very
tries to
nice
wave.
to meet you, honored guests of the Crimson Dawn. You shall receive special treatment. Come with me. And he begins sort of like traipsing down very awkwardly, moving through these streets. The streets seem to be made out of a sort of like deep sort of blue cobblestone, but like in a way you've never seen before. It seems to just remind you very much of the depths of the ocean that the stone itself is made out of. You see the buildings on either side have sort of tea lights and string lights hanging across. It looks like a red light district that you've ever seen anywhere, but more medieval, if not in sort of a fantastical sort of coral bent sort of way.
As we get started on this trek, I'm assuming we're being led, so we're behind this person.
You have the liquid lady, is what I'm going to call her, till you find out what her is. If you want to make a nature check, you can try to know what she is.
Sure. Real quick. That's a 15.
She's in the area,
Oh, okay.
which you know to be a water spirit creature that can command tides and is incredibly powerful.
It's
It
a
is
walking puddle.
Technically, it is a fae.
Yeah, I'm sure I've read about them.
Mhm.
Noted. So, are we in some kind of position where I might be able to do something with my hands unobserved? Are there people beside me, behind, like?
Currently, there are people walking in the streets, left and right. You see people. Most of these are fishy clientele. You see tritons. You
unobserved
see
by our
Delkin,
guards.
But now
Or
you do have
escorts.
individuals that are standing outside of each building that are clocking you as you walk by. There seems to be a bouncer pretty much at every location. And you see that there's a couple bars, like something similar to like a ramen stand kind of thing, where you can see that there's like this sort of lights hanging, and like you can see they're cooking food. Nobody else seems to like be paying much attention to you, except for like this is just sort of like a bazaar-like street with like establishments on either side for many different things.
Okay, so Seti is maintaining a disposition of just kind of interest and kind of delight, like, oh, this looks great. I'm so excited to be here. How lovely, that kind of thing. But I'm just going to try to surreptitiously cast see invisibility so I can see any invisible things that might be trailing around, or things in the ethereal plane. But I want
It shows you things in the ethereal plane?
Yes, it does.
Ooh. Interesting. So as you cast this see invisibility, you look around and you see that there are fish spirits flying all around you. You see that there are what looks like massive jellyfish, just of pure light, shifting around through the streets. You see the glass surrounding you is so mixed with this incredible, magically arcane like script all through the bubbles surrounding you. It's just arcanely lit. And you can also see that there are creatures swimming through the glass and moving around. You can see them.
So are these
filled.
ethereal plane things or invisible things on my plane? Because the ethereal stuff looks ghostly and translucent, but stuff that's just invisible looks normal.
That's all ethereal and translucent. That's
Okay.
like even brighter than what you were already seeing.
Okay. Do I see anything that's on this plane that wasn't there before?
Make a perception check.
And this is as the whole, it lasts for an hour, so the whole time we're walking until we get settled in wherever we're going. So 29.
29? I feel like as you're traveling along, you see some camouflaged individuals that you would recognize maybe are looking a little shady, standing around, peeking into windows. Nobody seems to be following you. There doesn't seem to be anything that has its eye on you.
Okay. That's what I'm keeping an eye out for as we get settled in for the night and everything. Just as a note in the background.
You guys are led to a cross street where there seems to be a lot of light. It's like this sort of central plaza of the Crimson Dawn's bubble. As you find yourselves in this section, you begin heading up, sort of towards a almost palace-like section of buildings that, with each rising tier, has a finer and finer establishment heading towards the head, which you would assume to be the Dawn's house. In fact, you can see him walking in that direction, well, quasi-walking in that direction himself, but far ahead of you. And on your way up, you stop on, out of the 6 tiers, the 3rd tier, and you're brought to an establishment to the left. It says, "You'll be staying with your lodging here tonight, and the Crimson Dawn has been so generous to offer you any libations you should need, and if you should require company and entertainment, that shall be provided as well. Please just let us know your preferences."
One of everything.
Oh,
He has a big appetite.
very well. I will have them prepared.
You don't have to take that literally. That's probably a lot. Just a nice array would be nice.
Oh, the Crimson Dawn said to give you what is ever necessary. And then you see the Nereid behind you, Ushidin, says, "I will let the girls know." And then she heads inside.
Oh,
If I just ordered a bunch of hookers.
not that kind of entertainment, please. Just food.
Dinner's gonna be great.
Fucking go straight through the walls, gone.
Well, to the other one, the one that seemed overwhelmed by all this. I already forgot their name. T something.
Mhm.
I'll hand them a gold. Well, they probably don't use that down here, but I'll hand them a gold piece
Oh, thank you very much. Ooh.
for your trouble.
Oh, of course. And he leads you into a room. It's sort of got sort of like a Japanese style to it, where you got like the sort of sliding doors, and then you have like all these like paper walls, kind of. But you can see that there are fish floating in sort of like lit lanterns, instead of like normal like torches or anything like that. There are these sort of floating balls of this sort of glass material, and you see fish swimming around
Like a
inside of them. And the
fishbowl
fish
that gives off-
themselves are glow. Yeah, and the fish
nice.
themselves are like giving off light. And that's
Are
like
they
at each one.
sealed or like actual fishbowl with like an open top?
It's
type
kind of
thing?
like a fish bowl, And I would say no, it's open at the top for sure. For sure. This one looks like it's actually made out of actual glass and not the really fancy, like it just looks like actual glass that's holding water with like these little glowing fish inside. And some of them are giving off like sort of like a warm tint. Some of them are giving off sort of like a bluish. It sort of gives you a weird kaleidoscopic effect that sort of gives off generally white light. He leads you into a large room where you have a long table that is set ground level. And then there are adjacent rooms that attach to it where you have 2 separate bedding areas. And there's a balcony that leads out into what looks like a sort of feng shui garden. You can see that there is dirt there that actually has like one of those sort of dirt sort of feng shui garden things around the rocks and stuff like that. And you can see that there is a single one of these fish people that looks just like Tybalt out there, just sort of like almost there, just working fucking painstakingly. And this is definitely what you would consider like the nighttime here. You can see that all the lights are set up for it being like night. And this poor guy is like painstakingly trying to finish. There. And he looks up at you and goes, "Hi."
Hello.
Are you drawing in the sand?
As you're watching with your invisibility sight and everything and seeing the ethereal plane, you see one of these large jellyfish and sort of just collide in and just everything goes and smears. It goes you hear the cries of this fish person at the bottom.
How unfortunate.
But the room is yours, and this is the ambiance set for you. You have your own sort of light, and there's a fishbowl sitting in the middle of the table that is giving off light from the center.
So I kind of take stock immediately, and I point to one of the rooms. Now, please deposit the pillows in my room, thank you. And then I take a seat at the table, very kind of imperiously, hold my hands, and kind of wait to see like who's lingering, where people are positioning themselves.
In this room, you guys are alone.
Okay.
In this space.
So they
but
stayed
you can
outside
see when
the
you
door?
when you look outside, there are the silhouettes of 2 individuals that you did not see where they came from.
Okay.
Framing the door on the outside.
All right.
Minier will toss the pillows in there and come back and just like sit down. Oh, I'm so ready for food. They said the guard said that food's here good, right? Right? That was what he's saying.
Yes, I'm sure we'll be treated quite well, and your stomach will be quite happy, hopefully. Who knows? Fish food might be weird, but I've never known you to turn up your nose at anything, so could be an adventure. And I'll kind of like lean in a little bit closer and drop my voice. Be like, I don't know if anybody's listening or watching, but we're going to keep up the act.
Just gives like a thumbs up, like, yeah, act.
Yes, I was saying, does Minier perceive any act happening?
No, so far, Minier hasn't really picked up on it being an act. It's just kind of like, right.
Love it.
We'll have a little bit of food, and then I really need to finish my beauty sleep. It's very important. And I mean, how much sleep did we get already? Like 4 hours?
So you got more than I did.
Sorry. Yes, you guys got about half of your sleep in, I would say. Well, you did.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Said he's just
You definitely got a short rest.
like, I need probably like another 4 hours, so I'm going to ask you if you can, if you're up for it, to keep watch. I know it's been a long day for both of us. I don't know how much we can
Okay,
let our
so if
guard
she's
down.
if you want to take the next 4 hours to rest, because it's basically the same as you taking your own watch in the middle of an 8-hour rest. So I'll say that it'll count as a full night's rest if you take the next 4 hours. Mitnir, if you're taking a watch during that time, you will not have had a full night's rest, only a short rest if you're willing to take one.
I don't think I need a full rest.
So you'll
I'll be at a disadvantage, but it'll be fine.
Okay, so
I can, if I wake up and I'm good to go and we have more time, then you can nap and I'll watch for you. I just don't know how much time they're going to give us.
I get to eat though. It'll be fine.
You do get to eat, and you can eat all night. Just don't eat so much you pass out, okay? I really need you to stay awake and keep watch. Because I don't know this place. And we are in...
fishy territory. I know.
Well, I'm really glad you're here. You know that? I'm glad I'm not alone. I think I said that earlier. But I'm going to
I
try.
would probably still be in a cell if you weren't here.
It worked out pretty well for us, I think, all things considered so far. But I'm going to try to learn some things in the morning, okay? And depending on what I learn, I might need you to try to use that crystal. You still have it, right?
Just kind of pull it out of like the belt edge, you know, just kind of like.
Yeah. You understand that if Propsy got that thing, and hopefully she did, the thing, that she's the most important person in the world right now. Whoever has that is going to be a target. And if the bad guys get it, everything is fucked. The whole world is fucked. So, I'm going to try to figure things out in the morning, and if I learn things, we might need to send you to go protect her. Or help out other people that can help protect her, because right now we're kind of stuck down here, and it's not helpful to anybody. So if I can get you out, and you can protect them, and help them, then that's what we need to do, okay? We just need to find out where they are.
Just kind of nods along, like.
Okay. Right. Good. I'm glad you understand.
As you guys are having this conversation, you see, all right, we're setting up your first course now, and you watch as some chefs begin, or some servers begin coming in, and they bring you what appears to be several platters of different variations of seafood. You get like an oyster platter, and you have one that seems to have just like some weird looking squid-like fish, but chopped into bite-sized pieces, some sushi, that kind of thing, and some weird looking crustaceans that you couldn't place if your life depended on it. You see lots of roe and escargot, even some aquatic escargot. So you see fish eggs and snails and all kinds of strange eatings. And as it brings that out, it says, "And this is for the first course, and then during that time, he says, and the entertainment." And as he claps, you see a line of 6 different species mirroring each other, male and female, walk into the room and face each other on opposite sides of the table, standing behind you. You see included in this, there are individuals that look like they're mostly human, with blue-like skin, sort of fins off the side, and like sort of like striking like gills on either side of like either their face or their neck. Very muscular builds, and you can see that there are like fins that are sort of like not spiny, but like very soft-looking fins, almost like the Zora from whatever the fuck that thing's called.
Zelda?
Link, Zelda. Sometimes my brain just doesn't work. And then you also see like there's lizard folks. There's Kuatoa, which are the little fish people that are just heads and just coming out, just like Tybalt. You see that there is a mermaid, merfolk that are there. There are, and then there's also what appears to be a naiad, which is a water nymph, on either side. And so there's 6 different choices. It says, oh, right. So these you requested. You choose any or all that you wish.
I'll just I'm gonna put a hand on Mitnir's shoulder and just to face this person in this line and of people and just be like, there was a bit of a misunderstanding. We will not be requiring those services, but we thank you all very much for.
Mitnir already has a piece of squid in his mouth. Like, wait, what?
He looks at both of you confused because he has not gotten a nod of agreement out of the person who requested the services. So he looks at Mitnir sir, would you...
what she said? Grabs an oyster.
Right. Let's not offend our guests. None of you are wanted. And they turn and they walk out of the room.
If I wasn't so tired, I would ask for a massage or something and chat somebody up to get some information, but I really need to go to sleep. So,
Mitnir does like the one-hand massage while he's like grabbing another piece of squid.
I
Kinda
trust. You don't have any information I want, but thank you.
Big pinch on your shoulder.
I trust you can eat enough for the both of us. Enjoy your meal. Don't let your guard down.
Just shifts his sword to like the lap, you know, like, yeah, I got this.
If there's anything else that you need, says Tybalt, he says, if you change your mind, let me know.
Of course, Tybalt, thank you so much for this service. We appreciate it to no end. Now I will be going
Just
to
ring
bed.
the bell there, and there's a little bell on the thing. Very fancy looking bell.
Thank you. I get up, I go over, and I flop on the pillows. But I keep the door open. If there's a door, I keep it open so that there's line of sight.
Okay, so as you find yourself taking your rest, Mitnir, making a perception check if you're watching throughout the night.
Yeah. No, I'll actually. And as for the eating, I'm just trying like a little bit of everything, not stuff in my face.
Oh yeah, they're giving you all kinds of food. Like until you pretty much tell them to stop, you're getting crab legs and
Yeah, I'm just like taking like a bite or two of each, like not just shoveling it in.
it's fucking good, man.
But that is a nat 20 for a 21.
Nat 20 for 21. Yeah, everything seems more or less quiet. You see that there are individuals, and with your 21, you can hear them whispering outside. Say, oh, who are these individuals? Why are we giving them such good treatment? I don't understand. It's because they apparently can summon the Ager essence. Imagine the amount of Aquium we can get with these individuals.
Ding!
Coming! And you hear from the outside, and you see the shadows of them sort of disappear, and you see Tybalt sort of appear. How can I help you, sir?
That thing really does work. What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish is the raw escalade.
What's that?
It's a type of whitefish.
Is it here?
There's a bit of the rice-made pieces. See? And it's basically just fatty white tuna.
I'll try a bite of that.
It's slightly fishy, but it's very like melts in your mouth, delicate and tasty.
And then I'll pick up the plate and like offer to him.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
I insist.
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Then how is it your favorite dish?
Oh, because I see a lot of people order it.
Gwent at him.
Sorry, we're asking for my personal opinion. I just do what I'm told.
What is your favorite dish?
Seaweed salad.
Is that on the table too?
It has pine nuts in it from up top. Ooh.
I will find that one and offer him that one.
Oh, thank you. It's like a little tiny itty bitty fork. Yes, it's quite good, sir. And then pushes it back.
You can take it with you if you want.
Unfortunately, sir. Although, obviously, if you wish for my companionship, although I don't know why you would, obviously I could eat with you if it's something that they do. But I, as your host, am honor-bound to provide the food and, of course, to taste, to make sure it is good for you, sure, and prove it's not poisoned, and that sort of thing. But I'm not meant to enjoy the libations myself.
Okay, that's all. If you want anything else, just come on back.
Absolutely, sir. I'll be right outside. And he stands back out and goes, "Whew. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, God. I was going to have to use my custom. Oh."
I will happily pick up another flake of the fish and...
Really good. So tasty. Alrighty. And I will say throughout the night with your 21, you are good. Nothing... There are individuals that seem to be whispering about you, and you pick up on that you guys are sort of a piece of gossip throughout this, and you see that there are a couple of individuals that will peek in on you. And you sort of clock them, and they'll just like immediately run away. But nothing threatening seems to be coming your way during the night.
Only entertainment thing. Spin the, put my finger in the fishbowl with the lights. And just give
Oh,
it a
yeah.
gentle stir so the lights spin.
Fucking almost like a disco ball. Just.
Like a lava lamp.
And as you watch, individuals pop in and out, enjoy your very nice food, considering what you guys normally eat, just cafeteria food, and looking out at the poor, frustrated Kuatoa that's trying to make this garden, this feng shui garden happen, this rock garden happen outside. You have a relaxing evening. Unlike someone else. In a dark void. Spinning around going, as we return back to Bropsy.
Just getting so peaceful, like forgetting about this. And
Bropsy, it is your turn. You are spinning through the air, and it is your turn.
And
I'm
it's
going-
420.
It is 420. So, as you are spinning, what would you like? Oh, no, you exited the spin. You are up there,
I
and you
did.
did your 2 attacks. Actually, it's their turn, not your turn. Whoops.
Yep.
You did your 2 attacks, and then they're going to. Ooh, what are we doing? What are we
Kill
doing?
me.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
You're gonna murder me.
Does this do what I think it does? I didn't read this. That's kind of cool. Okay, so as this, as you punch into it and it stops you with its hand, it goes, oh, let's take this a little bit more seriously, shall we? And reaches forward, and then in a moment you see shackles appear around your wrists. And then twisting around, you see that they begin forcing. Make me a strength saving throw.
I'm rolling so bad. That's a 10.
A 10.
Uh-huh.
You watch as these sort of chains begin to bind and wrap around your wrists, and your hands are tied together by these shackles that are made out of a glistening metal.
Uh-huh.
Your arms are bound, and then they sort of go and go, and just watch you struggle. It's your turn.
They're metal, like
Mm-hmm. You have shackles on your hands, and you can't.
I can't still punch them with both fists in shackles.
You are considered not restrained. What's the? There's got to be a thing for this. But my brain's not working. I'm gonna say it's restrained. So you have disadvantage on attack, and you can still move yourself around. So the difference is you just have disadvantage on your attacks.
I'm not having a good time. And I'm just gonna try to break out of him, I guess. I don't know, is there even a point? Because he just keeps getting me.
It's up to you. Like you gotta. Is this what are you trying to do? Break them?
Yeah.
As you go to move the chains, they
I
just
should have just punched him.
they don't even budge as you begin.
Okay.
And they don't budge
Okay.
whatsoever.
Okay.
Make me an intelligence check to see if a part of your own knowledge can come through.
I
So
think that's a
D20
10.
minus 2.
Yeah, 10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
That's a very strong metal. It's glistening and shiny.
Uh-huh. Unlikely. Okay.
These are gonna
Okay.
be some massive cuffs, man.
Yeah, they are, man.
It's almost like using polymorph was a mistake, huh?
Not really.
No, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's just they've got a lot of
It's
trick.
biting me hand up.
You still got tons of HPs. You're doing fine.
They're literally just testing you. This whole point is to test you.
And
So
I'm failing.
I have nothing to say. Okay, so it's gonna come back in and it's going to come into contact with you and just sort of turn you around and begin striking you. That is a 20 to hit.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do the next one. That is a 19 to hit, and that is another
Uh-huh.
20 to hit. So I assume that those all hit, right?
Uh-huh.
So that is 17 points of slashing damage and 4 points of lightning damage for the first attack. That is 14 points of slashing damage
Mm-hmm.
and 4 points of lightning damage for the second attack.
Okay.
And that is 17 points of slashing damage and 2 points of lightning damage for the third attack.
I can withstand maybe one more round of that.
As it, like the wind just cutting by you as it just sort of gestures towards you, and you just see like this like slashing cutting through you. It is painful and it is aiming at like all your peripherals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna attack.
Okay, as you throw your make your attack with disadvantage.
18?
No, it's +9.
Oh, is it +9? Math.
21.
21, thank you.
21 hits. If that's your
Okay.
attack with disadvantage, yeah, it hits for sure.
And then the second one is not one, so.
Nope. Okay, so make damage for your first one.
Okay, so it's 3d10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. That is 19.
19. Okay. Seems again less effective.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got? Actually, that's 4.
I believe that's all I can do.
You don't have a second attack? Oh, you did use
That was a
You did
second
That was
attack,
two attacks. Okay, so as you you find yourself there. They're going to I think they're just gonna keep using this basic stuff that the base creature had. So they're not gonna do any of their big stuff. They're just gonna keep hitting you. That's a natural 19. So that'll definitely hit. That is that's a miss. That is a 13. No. That hits, doesn't it?
Yep. 12 AC.
Yeah, 19. Yeah. And then they're gonna go.
Meat shield, not a tank.
Yep. Oof. 17 points of slashing damage. 1 point of lightning. 13 points of slashing damage. 4 points of lightning. And 11 points of slashing damage. And 6 points of lightning.
Ape's got 3 points left.
He's got 3 hit points left. As he
Yep.
now in complete melee with the creature that you have become. It's just like complete melee with you during this. Just gonna get rid of that whirlwind nonsense. Okay. And it is your turn again as they just cut into you, seeing that your form is starting to waver. They just I mean, they're not laughing, that's just me. It's almost like bored cutting into your form.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
Use everything that you have. On this
Yeah,
site.
I'm just trying to decide if I should do a hit first. Since I only have 3 left. Because they were doing almost like roughly 50 per round. And
Mhm.
Dropsy's HP is only around 50, so if I don't...
So, I mean, theoretically, you might want to drop it
That's
and
what I
do
was
something
thinking
else, because you can drop it at will.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to try to do something more utility-based than just smacking it.
My spell. Hi, cat.
But you know what? Let's give you some time to think about that. How's that?
Yes, please, thank you.
So let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes because it's actually 6:30 right now, and then we will do enough combat for Nikita to run out of information again, or brain capacity again, and then we'll
As if I
we'll
haven't
move on
already
to some
reached
other
that.
stuff. Well, you're gonna get to use as much brain. You can talk. I'll even let you talk with your team of people if they want to help you strategize how to win this or how to do things. But we'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Thanks for hanging out, if you exist. Bye.
Eating a burger, some fries, and green beans.
We're
during the break.
back in, by the way.
Did you really?
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, there was no like
insane.
countdown or anything.
If I did that, I would have made myself
I clicked
sick.
sooner than I meant to. So here we are.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all
It's
good.
fine.
We're back, guys. And oh my God, Brabs, you're gonna die. What are you doing?
Right? Okay, so I'm gonna drop my 8, and then I'm gonna cast a 4th level summon Fae, and they're gonna be fuming,
Oh wow.
and we are going to what is it called when they're on the up? We're sandwiching this guy.
Flanking.
You're tag teaming him.
We're tag teaming this beast.
Panini pressing.
Yeah.
Where's the little thing that I have for your thing?
Now I'm trying to think of all the.
Wow,
things
it's
that you-
huge!
Squishing it flat.
Wait, does it say how big it is?
It's tiny. There's a hole in my
Small, not tiny. What?
This thing is
Okay.
large, very large. That's appropriate. If
Alright.
anything, your mini's too big. There you go.
Okay. Well, casting that counts as my action, but I can also do the bonus action shillelagh. I just can't actually swing.
Oh yeah, so you're casting the spell shillelagh. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
as you pull out this flower and gesture out towards the distance, begin mumbling the arcane words, there's just like a poof of like pixie dust behind as this thing appears and goes. It shakes because that's what it does. Is shakes. I just believe all these little pixies you summon are just like shaky things.
Okay.
And then you gesture in, the magic just begins whipping down your wooden stick. You pull out your shillelagh. So, is the thing get to attack or no?
Yeah, it goes
yes,
right
it
after her turn.
should. Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have it
Um,
face step somewhere because it can't face step to the same space.
Well, I would have summoned it like 5 feet back and then just faced up 5 feet
And
forward.
then face step it.
So apparently,
and then-
that's the meta hack.
Okay.
So it gets multi-attack with its little Fey short sword, and it also gets advantage. Oh, but we're flanking, so that doesn't actually matter, huh? I mean, it would have got that anyway. In any case, how do I fuck? Every time I hit that, it goes away. Shit, that's not what I meant. Fuck.
What are you doing? The attack?
Heh. Yes.
So it's your spell attack modifier, which is +7 on to hit.
Oh. Okay. So first attack. I hate everything. I rolled a 1 and a 2. Where is God? I had advantage, and I rolled a 1 and a 2.
So as it shakes towards it goes, "Wah!" and it swings, but it's mostly, it just catches air. Next.
Second attack.
Nat 20, baby.
See? Now you'll do the same as a two single attacks.
Okay, so you have to roll 4d6 plus 14.
Wow. Plus 14?
Yeah.
Shit.
That is math 17 plus 14, 31.
Just the dice that were doubled.
No, it's
Yeah,
like I
That's
think
all
this
that was
thing-
doubled.
This thing just deals like plus 14 damage. It's
Oh, wait,
insanely
sorry.
strong.
It's one attack, so +7, not +14. I thought it was
Okay,
two attacks.
Okay, so 24.
24 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
What kind of attack is this?
It's
short
with the
sword.
short sword. So
So it's
Piercing.
piercing damage? Cool. It doesn't seem nearly as
And
effective as you would have
force.
thought.
There's force damage as well.
Oh, yeah.
There's force
Uh,
damage? How much is
Yeah.
force damage?
2 of the d6s is force damage.
Okay.
so it's, if we're going in order, it's 10.
10 piercing, and
Uh,
then
10
Wait.
piercing? Okay. Okay, 10
Wait.
piercing
7
next.
force.
Oh wait, no. I'm giving myself a headache. It's
You did 21 points of damage.
Yeah. There's
Ten?
anything-
17. It'd be 17 piercing.
It
7
looks like
force.
7 of that is force, and the rest of it is piercing. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. Cool, we're done. The force damage, like, so as it runs through and it swings, first it just catches air, and then it stabs straight into one of the pieces of rocks. And it seems to just sort of like tip against it, and you're like, and it's just like, oh, how weak. And then suddenly there's just a poof of force, and it sort of cracks the stone a bit. So the force damage does seem effective. He goes, oh, so we're playing with numbers now, are we? And with the gesture. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-bum. Appears behind.
Oh fuck.
I gotta pull one of these
I'm
up.
a support character. I don't think you realize that from what we're doing.
I believe in you
Okay, now I got that guy up
as
too.
a fellow support character.
So he's going to attack your little baby with 2 slam attacks. That's a 20 to hit.
I'm gonna cry.
That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage because of flanking. Ooh, actually, that's only a 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Okay, so it hits with the 1 attack, and
40
Yes.
HP minus 13.
yep.
27. Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
So that was their turn. It's your guys' turn now.
Oh, good.
He used Zephyros used their turn to summon an air elemental, which then attacked.
I didn't want to actually roll that. I wanted to look at it. But I might use that. I don't actually think my... Wait, what kind of... shit. Let me look at things. What kind of...
Your weapon attack with Shillelagh will be magical
What?
now.
Well, I'm not... Does that...
Plus, you would have advantage because you're flanking.
I was just trying to decide if I wanted to do that or frostbite.
Well, frostbite is a ranged attack, so you would have to move away. So it's
Fair
not
enough.
wise
I
to do
will Shillelagh then. That's a 11.
So 11 to hit.
You're right. I have to do that first. That is a 20.
That hits.
have
Okay,
advantage.
11.
You have advantage.
Oh, I do. That's a 20 to hit.
Okay. Okay, you hit and you do 11 points of damage. Okay, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
All right, so as it slams into it, you see that it like knocks one of the rocks out, and the rock sort of like dashes off in the distance.
Smite. I'm gonna do that next time. Okay, got it.
Okay. So that was. Is that your turn?
That is all I can do on my. Wait, can I do the burning smite for next time?
Yes, you can.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So as you swing and you hit the rock, and it just sort of cascades off into the distance, and then you pulse again, and a new light shines over your shillelagh, as this sort of like burning sort of light as you grip in your other hand the necklace of prayer beads. Then your little baby is gonna do what?
The little baby is going to step maybe over here.
He's gonna go this. He's gonna step that way, or he's gonna face
I'm
step
gonna
that way.
face step over here, I guess, and also do the fuming.
Okay.
So it still has advantage on at least the first attack,
Nice.
which is wow, that's a 10. I am
7.
rolling. So you're right, 17.
17.
I'm so glad you know numbers, Peelan.
17 just hit.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so that. Wait, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the second one, which is a 19.
That hits.
Okay. So now I roll
So just roll.
4d6 again.
Well, just roll 2d6 plus 14, and then we'll do the
Okay.
force damage after.
So that is 8 plus 14, 22.
22 piercing damage,
22 piercing damage. Holy shit.
and then roll 2d6. And,
10.
woo, 10 force damage.
10 force damage. As this one, the baby cracks in with its short sword, and sort of just like sits there shaking. You can see that it's cracked the stone even further, and it sort of looks at it with interest. It's like, hey, you are quite strong for your size. Perhaps you would be a good holder of my power. Turning to look at the tiny fey creature. Just,
I missed the part.
Yeah. Okay, so then that was that.
Rob's
and
actually
then,
yelling that.
just, the first just looks at you like, interesting. And is going to cut at you with its hand.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Oh fuck. That is.
Okay, second
One
attack.
higher AC.
That is another 19 to hit,
I hate everything. Okay.
and that's a 20 to hit.
Oh my
So they're all
God,
three
okay.
gonna hit you.
Oh, I
And,
might
let's-
actually die.
We're gonna roll damage here. That
Oh,
is
boy.
12 points of slashing plus 6 points of lightning.
Hold up. I gotta.
That's 18 points total
calculate.
damage.
Hold on, I gotta calculate. There's too many numbers. What is
12 points of slashing and 6 points of lightning for a total of 18 points of total damage. The second attack is not so bad. 9 points of slashing and 6 points of lightning damage. And then the third attack is another 9 points of slashing and 2 points of lightning damage.
Oh, thank God, I'm down to 11
Actually,
HP.
slashes you from all directions. You just begin to you feel pain reeking through as like the air like cutting through. It sort of like stings every single one of the cuts you just received. And then the air elemental is going to attack your baby. Because it's going to shift down and swing out this way. Come all the way over here. And it's going to attack you, baby, with a 13 plus its thing. It's probably going to hit. That's 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And its second attack is a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is 8 points plus, so 13 points of bludgeoning damage again.
Wow, it has 1 HP left. You
Nice.
can do it, baby! I'm so proud of
As
Don't get another smack in there.
you!
okay, it's your guys' turn. Your smite is on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, right. Mm-hmm.
You're also low health though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, look at all your abilities, by the way, because I'm fairly certain you have
Yeah.
a healing ability.
Yes, I am going to, for the first time, use my fracture skill thing.
Okay, as she lifts her wings, the tips of them are going to pulse with bright white radiant light. And go
So
ahead and use
I
that.
get a 5th level Cure Wounds. So 5d8 plus 7. Say 28.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. I was just expecting it to be like, watch though, it's just like 13.
I mean that's still low enough that I could get one shot. Pretty much. I don't know if there's anything else I can.
Not one shot.
Does that like one round and I'm out
Yeah, maybe.
is what I mean. Does that count as an action or a bonus action?
It
or what
should
is-
say on the ability.
It just says once per long rest you may cast the Cure Wounds spell at whatever level.
So yes, that is a action, I believe.
Oh boy. Okay. Am I in the second one's range? Like if I move away, am I gonna get?
Yeah,
hit?
you're in range of both of them.
Okay.
Let me double check the whole thing. Celestial Influence, which one was this? Grand Revival?
Uh huh.
Okay, yeah, it's an action for that one. Yep.
I really shouldn't have stayed in melee. But then again, if I go away, that's only like 1, rather than like a full action. They take 3. Right? So that might be smart.
Depends if you're moving away from one or both.
Dun 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 dun
I
dun.
mean, it's 5 attacks if you stay there, 2 if you leave.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'm probably better off leaving.
Leaving if
then
you think
maybe-
you can survive.
I have limited heals is my issue now. I mean, I guess. Is my wild shape a bonus action?
Yes, because you're Circle of the Moon.
Could I hold my bonus action until after the Fey baby goes? Because that's concentration.
Yes. No. Yes.
Wild
Sure.
shape is still in action right now.
Oh, it is? She's not that far along yet?
Oh, damn
Nope.
it.
Thought it was bonus action.
Galen, why? I'm
Sorry.
trying to
She's level
strategize.
8. I thought that was bonus action was just like a almost starter thing for them.
While in wild shape, as a bonus, she can use a spell slot to heal herself in beast shape or whatever. But
What level does she get the bonus action wild shape?
not sure.
It's level 2. She
Yeah.
can. She's been
Yeah.
able to do it this whole time.
Yeah, she can turn it. Like I said, it's a bonus action. She's Circle of the
It's
Moon.
the first trait, combat wild shape. When you choose it at level 2, your wild shape is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do that?
Yes.
Okay.
You
That
can
may
use
be
it as a
smart.
bonus action. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say sure. You can use it after the. I don't know if you can normally hold a bonus action, but sure, why not? I'm allowed to happen anyways. It's just a tiny little delay. So go ahead and have it do its attack, whatever you're doing.
Boy, okay. I guess in this case, I will have it do the face step back over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get to do. Two 18s. On the die, so that's like 20. Whatever.
Yeah, so they
Hit.
definitely hit.
Those hit. Okay. Fuck, where'd it go? Goddamn.
So 2d6 plus 14.
Uh, 13.
Points of piercing, or
Yes.
No. It's 9 plus 14. So
23.
23
Okay.
points of piercing. Okay.
And then roll another
I'm panicking
2d6.
about no bully.
Roll 2d6.
11.
11 force damage.
All right. Okay, as it stabs it and stabs again, and then vanishes as you wild shape into what?
That's a good question.
Should we give you time to think about it?
I will always accept time. Or I
Okay,
could just
so-
go for a drink.
As she goes to attack, you see the Fey baby attacks, and then bye-bye into dust as you begin to shift your form. And if this were, like a movie someone was watching, you would have the camera go woo-doo-doo-doo, and we would be jettisoning over to a certain someone who is currently helping another individual who is surrounded by flames. I guess that was like the worst transition I've ever done, and I don't know why I can't find you guys anymore. There we go. Okay, finally. Whew. Orin, you have Sunflower on your right side, and you are attempting your best to get them to a safe location. You see, as the sort of water-surrounded individuals in the middle, the rest of your sort of makeshift party that are trying to battle the torrents of flames that are taking the Summer Grove. You see this stampede of flaming, burning mushroom people going straight down the fucking way, running towards... They're flaming meteors of spore running through the streets wildly. Oh, what would you like to do?
So the person I'm with, I want to get them to the people with the water.
The people with the water. Okay.
Yeah, because they're in like the middle of the street,
Yeah.
right?
All right.
We'll take them out there to the middle of the street. Know they're good there. And then I'm gonna run towards the mushroom people. And
So the mushroom
hopefully
people
use
are
my,
like sort of passing through, and like the guys in the middle are attempting to like hose them down as they run past them. But you have to still go through a swarm of like this stampede mushroom swarm to make it to where the other ones are.
I'm gonna try to walk close to as many of them as I can, so that my
Okay.
bubble thingy puts out the fire.
Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Athletics? Okay. 21.
21. Yeah, you're able to pass through because nothing is a fucking challenge for you because you have this thing. You just run and these mushrooms like are extinguished as they collide into you and sort of like almost begin to trip you up, but you just sort of keep moving because they don't have enough mass to really throw you off your game too much. And as they spin around you, they go, thanks! And just keep running straight down the street. And you make your way easily into where the rest of them are as they begin hosing them down. But you get like about half a dozen that continuously sprint down the road. And you can see further down the way now that you're back out here, there's a lot of smoke billowing from a lot of directions where you see other casters and other fae even have begun to take out large swaths of fire, seeming to get things slightly back under control. Where are we now? Where is it? Oh, okay. As they are continuing to do this, there's a sudden crack happening up from above. You hear a snapping sound, and looking up, you see large amounts of rubble and pieces of who knows what become falling from the sky directly towards all of you. What would you like to do?
Like chunks of building are falling down towards us.
Large rocks and wood, and make me a perception check if you want to get an idea of what a lot of this stuff is.
Okay.
It's really a shadow amongst all the flames and smoke, you know?
18.
18. Yeah, you know what? So, what looks to be a chunk of maybe one of those floating islands is falling from the sky towards you. And on it is a small building that is falling apart as it collapses down towards you.
Is it just falling towards me or towards like me and
The
all
street. It's towards the street where you all are, and it's big enough to basically level the area.
Well, I'll yell to the people to move and try to lead them in a direction away from where it's going to hit.
Looking up and then looking at the size of this thing, they say, which one is it? She's, the guy with the blue all over. He's gonna say, "Oh, we can't let that hit." And you see as he gestures forwards, he begins launching like sprays, like laser-like sprays of water at this thing in the distance as it begins coming down. He's trying to fight it. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead and run. Take the kid." She tosses the kid to you as she begins to herself run forward, and you see in like
Superman punch the thing.
as she runs forward, you see as she pulls out her great axe over her shoulder, and he goes, "Ah!" And you see she disappears instantly, not like with the fire. Sorry, but you see that there's like this pulse of sort of like warping energy, and you see she is in the air 30 feet up, and she's about to swing, but she's still nowhere near it. But you see she's like 30 feet in the air, just, or maybe it's 60 feet. Yeah, 60 feet in the air, just beginning her swing towards this thing. You imagine that by next round, they'll collide into one another. So I will say you have this action and another action.
Chip
before this
off a
thing
bit
hits.
of stone from that thing before she gets annihilated. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm just gonna take the kid and run, I guess.
Okay.
I can't prevent an island from crashing down.
Oh yeah, it's like fucking getting hit by a meteor.
It weighs a lot more than 1,000 pounds. I'm sorry, I can't
Oh,
help
way
that.
more than 1,000 pounds. So you grab them. Are you flying away? What are you doing?
No, just running. I can't fly.
Oh, okay, shit. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
But I can use a key point and go
Step of the wind.
135 feet.
Okay, so using this turn, still make me athletics check as you're running to not trip over any of the debris, the slower pedestrians that are also running,
23.
or any 23, easily enough. Not having to worry about the fire, you just charge straight through, dousing what you can as you dodge through the street and the rubble falling as buildings collapse to the left and right. Some of the trees begin falling down. You can see a tree that's covered in like these sort of pink flowers is just burning. So you make it your full distance during your turn running, and you can see behind you. You can hear the sounds of yelling, and you can see a big pulse of light beginning to and sort of like you see like a bunch of air, and the fire starts bending towards it, and there's like this sort of pulse of light just sort of blinking beneath it, and they're like swinging towards this thing. You can see this individual with the axe. Like it's like this superhero moment going on behind you, and you just keep running. And then there's this big, huge concussive boom behind you, and just fucking the force of it sends you flying. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Natural 20 for a 28.
Okay, you easily just roll and keep this child tucked underneath your arm. You grab onto part of the cobblestone as it feels like the entire disc that sits in Selindor that makes up the Nexus feels like it tilts for a moment. And just the force of this impact. And you hear this massive explosion as like some of the buildings across the street from the summer soldiers' respite just explode completely. An entire side of the front-facing wall begins tipping down and collapses into the Howling Divide. And you watch as the force of this pushes you to the ground. The child in your arms seems to be unconscious but breathing. And around you, there's just individuals that are completely strewn out in all directions. Behind you, you can see nothing but a pillar of smoke and fire from where you had just been jettisoned. Again, some other 200 or 300 feet further than where you were.
I'm gonna healing hands the kid,
Okay.
so gets 8 hit points.
I mean, yeah, kid's full health, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna still say unconscious at full HP because
Okay, I just want to make sure he's not.
no, you're good, not bleeding out. So as you do lay on hands, you see all their heals. The wound on their head just quickly heals, and they just begin to breathe softly, but too tuckered out from the blow to gain consciousness just like that.
That's fine.
Not an adventurer.
Yeah.
So
Overhealed the kid by 7 hit points.
yeah, exactly.
I can't
Not
lower it. It just does 8.
Oh shit. So as this thing does what it did, there is a moment and all of the wind everywhere stops. The fires that are burning begin to subside and dwindle. And then you realize for a moment you can't breathe. We're gonna cut over to
Oh, this kid's gonna die now.
we're gonna cut over to our friend Grim. Deep underground.
Yeah.
Children still trying to keep well, keep alive, doing everything you can. This greasy, disheveled hermit that lives down in this area continues to howl at you angrily.
How's he looking?
He's looking like he's taken a bit of a beating, but he's still on his feet.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that Chrissy is smart enough to Well, no, she can't. She's already had her turn and didn't move, did she?
No, she
goes
didn't
after-
move.
She goes after him, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Stupid rock.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I can't protect the kids if I'm dead, so I'm gonna start by curing myself for 20. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, 17. There we go. Well, which is, I guess that's okay. And then, as a bonus action, I guess I'll explode another little thing. I don't know how many that's up to now. I think.
Oh yeah, we should be deleting them while we went.
I think
I think it's been 2. I think you've got these guys left. You can move
Yeah.
them as well.
So,
I think you have 3 left.
Oh. Okay, well, we'll have another one explode, and then so just have him make his check again.
Do these have control over what they target, or do they just hurt?
I have
everything
control.
around
Yeah,
them?
I don't have to. I can. You said in the notes that it only hits people I want to hit.
Oh, is that like a level 2 version of it or something like that?
Well,
or?
I can't even detonate them until level 2, but that's part of the level 2 thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. So that's a success.
Oh
So,
yeah, and
quarter
I figured. And then he'll get his quarter. Yeah, his
I've
quarter.
also been rolling really high on all of his Constitution saving throws.
That's
like natural
fine.
16,
But he's
17, and
probably. All right, so a fourth of 11. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, but Chrissy's still there. So I have. Okay, here's a question too. Okay, these spores, do they attack?
They can.
I mean, like, should they have been attacking? Like, should I have had them attacking?
You certainly could have.
I guess I'll have. I mean, is it like an action to have them attack, or do they just attack?
No, as long as you give them an order to do something, you can control them. They act on your turn. So.
All right. Well, then we're gonna have.
They function as the creature.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure they have a pathetic.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, so we're just gonna roll 3 d20s because it's a +0.
Mm-hmm.
This is why it's really important to have them do that.
They just go over and go.
Yeah, 2, 6, and 7. They do not hit.
No, they don't.
Okay, so then I'm going to. Oh well, technically that's with advantage. So let's have them go again. Because they're flanking with.
Okay.
Flanking with Gabe.
They sure are.
Oh, I don't think that hits. So it's 15, 15, and 3.
15, 15, 3? Hell no.
Yeah. We should just have them attack each other.
Yeah.
But they're immune to poison damage. So
His AC is 20, so
yeah.
they needed a net 20
okay.
to hit.
Well, then I guess for my last thing, the only thing I can do now is I can try and hit him with. I can hit him with my melee attack, my shillelagh. Which will have advantage. Let's see. God damn it. Never mind. 13!
13? That does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well,
don't you also? Oh, that's on his turn.
I mean, I could have it. I could do it now, but yeah, I mean, it's either way. He's not gonna fail it.
Yeah, but don't you have another action?
No, I healed myself as my first action.
Healed yourself as your first action. Okay,
Yeah.
my apologies.
Because I was
Okay.
at 13 hit points. All right,
Gotcha.
Gabe, do your thing.
Kobe's going to step out from behind the rock, realizing this other one's dead, and hearing the cries and the crashing sounds happening ahead. Gabe going, "No, Chrissy!" He's going to step back out from around, realize the actual situation with that information. Right? Yes. I've been rolling for him up till now, but at this point, 2 rounds of combat is enough for a kid to figure out what's going on. He's going to go ahead and hurl.
Kobe.
Yeah, but I rolled an 18 on that one. So he's going to do his rocks, which is going to do 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 9 points of damage. As it collides into him, the rocks, you see blood just pouring from above his eye, from the wound. Going, "Ugh." Gabe's gonna make his attacks. Come on, Gabe.
Come on, Gabe. You're the last
That's-
hope here.
That's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it.
He's doing his advantage too, right?
Yeah. 14? 14 plus 7, right? He hit.
He's got a decent to hit.
Yeah, that hits. That's his claw attack. So that's 1d6 plus 4 slashing. That's 7 points of slashing damage.
These
Good
kids are
job,
gonna
kid.
gain like 5 levels after this combat.
alive.
As he cuts at him, he goes, "Ah!" And he tries to bite him, but he just holds him back with the shield, and then he just reaching through, like catches him in the stomach, and begins cutting straight through the armor, and just rips out a piece of his stomach. Goes, "You're fucking, I'm gonna kill you all." So he's gonna throw one big, massive hammer hit at
Well,
you.
before he does, let's do his con save for
So
his
he is
moonbeam.
looking very rough. He's coughing up blood now.
His moonbeam though first, I guess, right?
Oh, that's
Moonbeam and
13.
and
So that's a failure for Moonbeam.
that's a failure. So he takes 17 radiant damage, and then have him roll for the 1d6 too, just in case.
Well, that would have been a natural 20, but it actually doesn't matter because that's 17 radiant damage. How do you want to do this?
I mean, I kind of just want to burn him down to his bones.
So as he's like, I'm gonna rip you to pieces, and he holds his stomach, and then there's this moment where Chrissy just going comes back in to try to hit. The light like jumps over and is trying to hit him, and then as the crystal gets hit from the light from the moonbeam up above, it hits and refracts the light through this creature and just sends lasers in all directions and just melts this guy. You see it just rips his limbs off directly as actual concentrated beams of energy just pulse through him.
Up, Chrissy.
And you watch as he just like, yo, fucking insurrection. And you watch as his body falls apart into multiple pieces on the ground.
So then we're gonna just kind of like, oh, okay. Whoever needs healing, come here to Grim.
they're like,
just-
Are you okay? Gabe, are you okay? Just delete that guy. And
has
delete
Gabe
that.
even gotten hit? Like,
Gabe? Yeah, Gabe's at full health.
yeah, because he can't be hit by that guy, right?
He's immune to the damage, yeah.
We could have all died, and Gabe would have still won eventually.
That was very scary, Chrissy. And you see Chrissy is just sitting there, just like,
Is Christy a construct or is she an elemental?
Chrissy, let's go find out specifically what they are.
I'm just gonna ask. Grim's just gonna ask Christy.
They are
I
elemental
was-
creatures.
Okay, I just don't know if I could cure her or not. Because I can't cure undead or constructs, but it doesn't say anything about elementals. So we'll try and cure her with my last level 3. For Chrissy. And so Chrissy gets 23 back.
23, wow.
And I don't know what else I have. Is anybody else injured? I guess I'm injured, and Chrissy's just still a little injured.
Chrissy looks a lot better as you put your hand and you focus your energy and you see spores begin to make their way into the cracks between the bits of crystal that are barely holding themselves together, the light flickering inside of Chrissy. And as you focus your hand and the spores go in, you see they fill the gaps and they begin to expand and knit itself back together. And as the light begins to brighten inside, they disappear within.
Ooh.
You see
So,
that
yeah.
it's mostly feeling a lot better. Starts chirping at you.
So looking through the tunnel, does it just lead straight to their home?
What you talking about, Willis?
They came through a tunnel, didn't they? Didn't they bore through the wall? The bullet did.
Looking through the wall, you can see what I've got right there. You could go further in.
Yeah, I'll go further. I just want to see if we can bypass the whole. Keeps double clicking.
You can take off the action music and give me some cavern exploration music.
I was hoping for, and his brother wakes up.
His brother wakes up and he's so sad. Can I delete these guys? What happens to them? What happens to my leftovers? Do they get sucked in, or do they just like fizzle out?
They're just living, man. They're living their
Uh,
best life.
They're just following me around, I guess.
This is their
Yes.
home now.
I'm gonna come through and see what we got here.
So those are currently like small gas spores, but the longer they sit here and the more they collect, they can end up looking like beholders just floating around in this tunnel.
Yeah, we're just gonna use them to like. I'm like we need to be able to rest and heal up. So make my way into this room. Is this where they were staying? Is it just a big room with nothing in it?
From what you can see, because you don't have good dark vision, do you?
I have my light on though.
Yeah, so you can see about this. You can see that there's a pool of water and it sort of goes around on either side, and you can see maybe about this. You can see that there was a path where you were heading towards over that way when you disarmed the trap.
Nat 20 perception check. Does that help me see anything?
Looking into did I put anything there? Looking into the area there, it looks like you can see that there is at this location, though I didn't put anything. Hold up. At this location, though I didn't put anything, you can see some stuff used for washing, like laundry. You can see it's like some clotheslines lying around over there. And there's also like a fishing rod in the same spot, so he uses the same spot to wash his clothes as he does to fish.
Of course. But basically, this just looks like a normal place where he's just like hanging out.
As far as you can tell, with your 20, you didn't see anything that seemed out of the ordinary.
I'm gonna make my way over here and have the kids come along with me. And
okay. I'll go ahead and move the kids with you.
They probably can see a lot better than I can since they live underground. But yeah, we just need to be able to take a nap, okay, guys? And
this one has night vision. Remember, you had him on your back.
Oh, that's
Kobe.
right. What do you see, Kobe? Does it look okay?
It looks fine, I guess. I can start to see some boxes over there in the dark. So over here where I'm pinging, the left, you can see some boxes. And then there's this direction. There's a path that leads that way to some water.
Okay, well, first here's what we're gonna do. One of the spores is gonna stay up here, and like, kind of block this area, so that if we hear it explode, we know that. It's like one in the hallway, one in the tunnel, and then we'll send one over here, like to block that exit. Move them, so they'll just like slowly float their way, and then we're gonna make our way over to these boxes and check them out real quick.
Okay. So looking into God, I hate this thing. So we'll just go ahead and reveal all this. You can see that this was the crates he was talking about, and the further you move into this area, you can start to see it because there's actually a little bit of dim light being shed from there.
There's got like a whole house.
That he has a whole house with some crates sitting around it. It looks like he's been living here. He has like a little campfire that I didn't put in, but he's got a little campfire that's really low lit. You can see where he's actually tunneled, it looks like, up a little chute that's only narrow enough for maybe like a mouse to squeeze through straight up.
For like air or light or something?
Mm-hmm. And it seems to be about like maybe 30 or 40 feet of just thick stone above to where this tiny little crevice where his smoke goes out is.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna move the spores. We're gonna move them again to the new entrances. We'll kind of keep one. We'll keep one over here though. So,
okay.
And then I'll just bring the kids in the house and we'll just rest.
It takes like a full minutes for this one to get over here, by the way. Like for the one that came all the way over.
No, I know it's
going
to be like super slow.
Full minutes to do that.
Yeah, they move 10 feet
around.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just gonna get the kids in the house, get everybody settled. We're gonna do I have? Well, they've
Looking
already
around inside. There's a single, very murky is the best way I could describe it. Cot sitting in the corner. A couple pots and pans and a large storage chest. A little desk that's run down and covered in what looks like some netting maybe he was working on. There are notes sprawled out all over the table and what looks like a leather-bound journal sitting on top of the desk. And you can see like strings attached to things and what looks like a very intricate map laid out.
Oh, also, I would have grabbed his hammer Like,
Sure, that seems
in
like
case
a good
it's
thing.
in case it seemed kind of like a cool hammer.
Yeah, go ahead and go back. You see that his armor has been melted slightly,
Yeah.
but his shield is intact.
We'll just take all that stuff with us.
His shield is intact, and so is his whatever the other thing is. His
The hammer.
His hammer's fine. You also find 3 javelins.
Right, so we're gonna take all that back with us, and yeah, because can't let that go to waste. And then we're gonna, if there's any food, maybe I'll try and make the kids some dinner, and then we're gonna rest because it's been a long day.
Yeah. So as you begin to prepare things best you can, you get everybody settled in and find rest. So, with that being said, we find ourselves, I'm going to say, moving back over to Bropsy. Let's resolve this.
Okay.
Bropsy, you are
question.
transforming into what?
we had a question because we realized that the wild shape doesn't actually break concentration.
Oh, okay, so your baby's still up.
My baby is still up. Good. And then the blue guard drake is what I would like to be. Where the frick did my things go?
It's so scary, and when it's
Is
full
that
size.
something that you can turn into? Is it?
Azurus, yeah. It's a challenge level 2.
And
I'm one level away from doing challenge 3.
I thought you were only allowed to turn into like beasts.
It's a beast.
I don't think it is.
I already was.
Just turned into it before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might have allowed it, but
I think it is though. I'm pretty sure it's a beast.
because it's not a naturally occurring creature, so I don't know.
Oh, never mind. It's a dragon.
A medium dragon.
Oh my
Yeah, so you can't turn into that one. I think I let you do it as like a thing to like bond,
Mm.
but I don't think it's actually a beast you can only turn into.
Then
because
in
it's
that
made
case,
with
I'm gonna
alchemy.
be a polar bear.
Polar bear. That's something I definitely don't have prepared. Let's go. No, I've got a bear somewhere. Give me a sec.
It's just a really dirty polar bear.
I mean, it's gonna be a pink bear, so
Oh, it's just a very pretty bear.
it's gonna be much smaller than that too. That's a big fucking bear. There we go.
Would heal my fae?
Huh?
Chat.
Can't heal your fae.
What?
Because you used your bonus action to transform
No,
into
no, no.
that. Your turn's over.
Wood healed her.
Wood
Faye. Wood
hit in
would heal
chat.
her.
Oh, wood healed your fae?
Ha!
Oh. Oh.
And also my fae was over there.
How much does that heal for, babe?
I have no
You
idea.
set this stuff up.
Let me check. It's been a while.
Yeah, nobody ever redeems anything. We forgot it was a thing. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Would heal your fae. Like, yeah, I'm sure you would if you had the action.
It's gonna take me a minute to find out because I can't actually look at it on.
Okay, well, it kind of matters. We can't move forward until that happens. Because somebody's
Yeah, I
getting
was
attacked.
so excited to be the drake. I was like debating between it and the polar bear, and I'm like, man, but the polar bear hits harder. And then I'm like, wait, the drake has lightning resist, and they're hitting me with lightning.
Oh, yeah, it's D6 and lightning. All right, so this thing is going to
I
attack
mean,
you
it's still
again.
something.
That is a miss on its first attack on you. For sure. That was a natural 2.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so that's 15 to hit.
Okay, that hits because the AC is only 12.
And that is a
2.
19 to hit, so. Or sorry, 17 to hit. So the second 2 hit,
Mhm.
for sure. But we're going to go ahead
Okay.
and do a D6. That is 10 points of slashing damage and 6 points of lightning damage. and then 7 points plus 5, 12 points of slashing damage, and 2 points of lightning damage. Is that one smacks you? The other one, how much are we healing our thing for?
2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus 4. Would you like
Oh,
me to roll
God.
that?
Go ahead. It's fucking
2d4 plus 4.
baby heals. She's dead.
That is 7 plus 4, so that is 11 points of healing. Okay.
Maybe
So
survive
What are the
one
point
hit.
of these heals?
So the slam is natural 3. That's probably not going to hit. Plus 8, so that's 11 to hit.
That's for the Fae.
Yep, and the next one's an 18.
18 hits.
Yeah, 18 plus 8, so second one definitely hits. 2d8. That is 9 points of damage. 9 points of damage plus 5, 14 points of damage.
What is the point? What is the point of the chat heals? Like, I did nothing. I got so excited.
I mean, there's nothing that says they can't just go ahead and make me re-roll damage
It's
dice.
the thought that counts, you
It's the
know.
thought that counts. I mean,
It
it almost
It
saved
was
him,
very
right?
thoughtful.
'Cause I only did 14 points of damage. How many hit points does he have? It
The
was
baby?
12.
It was
The
at
baby
1
was
before the
it
heal.
was at 1.
So then it went up to 12, and then it went back to -2. So it is.
It almost did it.
It's a glitter bomb.
That was a heck of a go. So it goes.
That thing did a lot of damage.
That thing was amazing.
It did a lot of damage.
Okay, so as this thing gestures towards you, and begins like pounding, the just that cloud of dust, the bay that you have summoned is gone, and your bear form is turn around. You got these twirling masses of air in the darkness, like you can barely even see where they're coming from. You're in a bear just sort of like turning in the void with no direction for up and down, getting lost in this fight. But you do have your wits about you now, so you can use your own intelligence.
Fuck. I mean, fuck. Oh god. I'm at 12 there. And then Bropsy's at, oh god, like, where did it even go? I had to
Bropsy's
calculate
at
so many
13,
different
right?
HPs. Huh?
I think Bropsy's at 13, right?
No, she's at
I
39.
think it was 30.
Oh, is she up to 39? Oh,
Yeah.
because you used your big heal. You used your big heal.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she used her fracture heal.
But my bear only has 12 left. So that's still only like one round of attacks I can survive.
Well, do something.
I do
Just gotta do something.
I do have greater healing potions once I drop out of bear, so that's something.
So you're in wild
Um,
shape. You can use a
mhm.
bonus action to expend a spell slot to heal yourself for 1d8 per level of the spell slot.
So you can heal your bear.
This is true.
Well, it's wild shape.
But
you can
in-
heal yourself.
Starbuck is so cute.
Don't
But if I'm already at 12, like
worry about that. Just if you meta
I'm-
the game
well, I'm
too much,
saying-
it's-
the bear only goes up to 42, so even if I get the bear up to max, like if I burn all of my spell slots, it can still like
You can only do one spell slot.
yeah. you
see
only
that
burn
it's
one
kind
spell
of
slot.
it's kind of pointless.
It's
Well,
not
that's-
pointless.
That's how healing works.
I mean, wait, is that's a bonus action you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can still do your bear chomping. You just can
Okay.
also heal yourself.
Okay, then I will do one of that. Do I want to do a first level or a second level?
Second level will be 2d8.
Yeah.
First level will be 1d8.
I'm aware of that. What is worth? Fuck. I'll play it safe and I'll do 2. That's 2d8. So that heals for 9.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. So you heal for 9, and then you can make attacks.
Uh-huh.
Who are you attacking?
I'm just gonna keep attacking the Zephyros.
Zephyros. Okay, make your attack.
Where'd it go? Right there. I hate life. That's a 6 and an 8. I hate life. What is my modifier for this? +7?
+7. Yep.
That is not going to hit. So that was both attacks?
Yep.
Okay, so as you finish attacking, you stand there with your bear. The Zephyros looks at you and goes, just the two of us yet again. And the other one, elemental, disappears. And it is going to strike you with all 3 attacks. That's a 5. That's a 14 to hit. So it still hits.
That hits, because I'm a bear.
Still hits. Still hits. You're getting hit all 3 times. Let's do... Yeah.
Well, you should do them one at a time.
Yep. Well, that's true.
Third one
That
might
does
not
matter.
hit. If
That's
she
true.
goes back to Brops.
So the first one is 7 plus 5 is 12 points of slashing damage and 6 points of lightning damage. And second attack,
7, 5, and then 6?
yes.
Okay.
And then I assume you're still up, so that's 14 points of slashing damage
Okay.
and 3 points of lightning.
Ropsy now.
So you're Bropsy now.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any over damage or?
Yeah.
Okay, so just make sure you take the over damage, and then the last attack I will re-roll for an attack against you.
Wow.
I will not keep that roll because that is a natural 20. So let's just say that it hits you, but no, I'm not gonna do the crit.
Wait, what was the first?
I don't know
You rolled.
because I was rolling for the other one. It was like a 13, I think. 13 plus 9, so 21, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, so then
25 HP left. Fuck me up, fam.
that is 10 points of slashing damage and
Lovely.
1 point of lightning damage.
Oh, look at that! I'm down to a 14.
As it cuts, you are Bropsy again, and they stare down at you. Like, you don't see eyes. There are no eyes, but it stares down at you. And you can feel its presence, judging and anticipating and waiting. What do you do?
Well, I gotta not die, so I've got a pot. So don't. Can I? Yeah, I could only even do a 3rd level cure wound. Which is 3d8 versus a pot, which is. I don't actually know which one's better. This is probably better? I have no idea. I'm gonna pot.
You can do both.
Like
You just drink a potion and you can make an attack roll.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna do this, and then we'll see how much that heals.
Because you're still holding on to a fucking strike, whatever it's called. Smite.
Oh yeah. I could also just bear again.
You have not landed a melee attack since that has happened.
Well, potting gives me all of 13 HP.
Okay.
So I'm up to. Oh, I did math wrong. 27 for that. Do I want to just bury it?
Where we are running out of time.
Don't you rush me. I was here today to do this before the stream, and where were you, huh?
You what? You never agreed to do it.
But I mean, my fuck.
All right, I need a decision. It's gonna be you can attack or you can wild shape.
Wait, wild shape is a bonus.
Oh, so you can't wild shape. You can attack or you can cast a spell.
Oh,
You already used your bonus action to drink a potion.
Oh fuck. Okay. Fuck.
Or
fuck.
I'm sure it might be possible to use a bonus action as an action. I don't know.
I think rules-wise, you're not allowed to.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're using your quick action.
Okay,
What's your
I
big
would
action?
have done things differently if I had realized that.
So you can attack or cast some other
shit.
spell.
Fuck, why does he have to hit so hard?
'Cause it's a god.
I know, and he hits so hard.
Yeah, being very gentle.
He hits so hard. That would only be 2d6. It's also not that. God, my heels are baby. Why can't I?
Okay, so as Bropsy sits there panicking with decision paralysis, I'm about to take a turn away.
I shillelagh.
You should lay.
Wait, can I do that and then use my movement to get away from him?
You can attempt, yeah. So you make an
He
attack roll?
probably have the range to.
Just attack
I
him.
can't. Yeah, I have to. I can't even like do any significant heals. I have to just shillelagh.
Yeah. As you sit there panicking, not sure what to do, you raise your shillelagh and you swing.
19
Make your
hit.
attack roll. That hits.
Plus whatever the fuck branding smite is. I think that's only damage.
It's 2d6 radiant damage.
Yep, on top of whatever your other shillelagh
Okay.
damage is.
So we have wow, I got a natural 8 on that. So a 12 for the shillelagh damage.
Okay.
Plus what was it? 2d6?
Mm-hmm.
6.
And he can't become invisible now.
Right, he's glowing.
Looking at you, it tilts its head to the side as you come in and you smack into it with this like extra hard hit. Sort of like shrugs it off a little bit. There's a small crack in the a bit of like the core stone, and they look at you and they go, "You are very weak."
I'm aware of this. I heal people.
But I see potential. But you need to understand how dangerous the situation truly is. They gesture towards you, and I need you to make me a... Ooh, what's it called? Ooh, I gotta go to the actual thing. Because I didn't put this on the sheet because I did some other stuff. Okay, all touched. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
What is it? 14.
That's a 14. As it gestures towards you, it says, "You need to understand the danger of the situation that you're in." And they gesture towards you and they remove the air from your lungs.
Uh-huh.
You are suffocating. You cannot speak. You
Okay.
cannot breathe. And as your vision starts to go black, what's your Constitution?
15.
So that's +2.
Mm-hmm.
So you can last 2 rounds before you are unconscious.
Lovely.
And then they're going to...
2 minutes.
It's in combat. No, they're not holding their breath. They're suffocating.
Wow, okay.
So, like, that's the way this ability works. It removes all the oxygen from your lungs.
Gotcha.
You're suffocating. So, during that time, do what you want. It's just watching you suffocate. It doesn't attack. You try to cast spells that have verbal components, they don't work.
So, well, I already have Shalea, so I could technically do that. Could I still wild shape?
I don't know if it has a verbal component or not. The important thing is that from here, you kind of just do it with RP. You have had the oxygen removed from your lungs.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Bonus action, cry.
Well, if you're gonna go down, I say just drop a healing spirit right on top of you, so when you drop, you don't die. Oh no, it's concentration. Never mind.
I am weak. I'm just floundering.
Nothing comes out. You cannot speak. So, as you sit there, I'm going to say panicking. Your breath doesn't come, your energy fading.
Okay, just tidal wave his ass.
I was thinking about that.
I'm sure there's a verbal
Does
component.
tidal wave? Yeah, does tidal
There
wave?
isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't? Do it. Tidal wave.
Wait,
Do whatever you
there
want.
is. Sorry.
No, there is for everything.
Yeah, most things have a
There's-
verbal component.
Yeah.
Yeah, for cure wounds, for tidal wave, for summon fae. I think bearing is the only thing that I could do.
Turns into a squid.
If I...
Don't worry, you could cast Beast Sense.
Since we're closing up on our session, the question is, do you go out for an attack on your last round, or do you just fall apart? Let's go ahead and say roll a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna cry. I rolled a 4. It's an 11.
So you sit there, and in the moment you begin to
I
panic,
wanted a bear.
grasping. Then say a bear!
I wanted a bear! That's all I
Don't
can
spend
do!
4 minutes asking what you want to do!
Because I'm panicking, guy!
Okay, well, that's D&D. You gotta just make a decision. So, even if it's a bad one. So, I'll say then you turn into a bear. And you turn into a bear and you go over and you try to swipe. Make your attacks.
There we go.
As a bear,
Impressive.
she'll get one more extra round. Because
So it has more
recon
There's
instead
more
of +2.
constitution. That's right.
Okay, well, we're just gonna say this.
That's 15 plus whatever the fuck, and a nat 20 plus whatever the fuck.
Alright, so you go out there swinging. You really, like, you can roll damage if you want. It's not gonna matter because this thing still has 187 hit points left. So you go forward as a bear, just go. And as that thing, you and the bear, you come fall to yourself unconscious. You down in the caves, Grim, you and the children. All the oxygen in the room stops.
Oh, good.
You immediately start to suffocate. You, underwater in your little air bubble, begin gasping for air. And as the fires begin to die down from lack of oxygen, the entire world stops breathing. And that's where we'll end our session.